Hey friends, welcome to another unboxing from theplayersaid.com. I'm Grant. I'm now going on, I think, almost 3 weeks of not leaving the house and quite a bit stir crazy, but I've been able to do a lot of content for the blog, and now I'm splitting time with Alexander doing unboxings because I've had several games shipped to my house and I don't have a way to get them up to him. So today, I'm going to take a look at a new game from not a new company, a company that recently has changed its name. The game is The Great Crisis of Frederick II, and the game design is by Tetsuya Nakamura. The game is by VUCA Simulations, and if you know, this is a company that came on the scene in late 2018. Their first game was Crossing the Line Aachen, and at that time they were called Führer Teutonicus Games. They took some heat for that. I think they've readdressed that, and now they've changed their name to VUCA Simulations. I'm not sure what that stands for. Maybe I could do a little research and figure that out, but this is a German company. And frankly, this is their second game, and these games are beautiful. They are well produced. The art, as you can see, is fantastic. The contents are great. The components are fantastically made. They're thick, durable, sturdy. The counters are very beautiful. I think the counters in this one are pre-clipped. But anyway, the game is The Great Crisis of Frederick II. I said that. It is a game, let's go ahead and flip it over, and I am not a military historian on this, but the game covers the 7 Years' War, the European part of the 7 Years' War, which here you can see on the back of the box, 1756 to 1763. That coincides roughly with the French and Indian War in North America. We played many games on that subject. But this is I believe the first game that I have played on this subject. So very, very interesting. But you can see there at the bottom, the complexity is a 3, so it's not an overly complex game. And solitaire suitability is high. It is really a nice looking game. It's in the early modern period. They kind of have that. Let me show you that right here on the corner of the front of the box. And then they have some other periods. Obviously, I said this is their second game. Their other game was a World War II game. So that's a look at the box. The art's really great. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. So this is a 2-inch box. It's pretty thick. And once again, it almost has, I want to say, like a linen feel to the outside, slightly. Very sturdy, very well made. The first thing you see here is the rule book. Let's go ahead and move that over to the side. I'll start laying some of the stuff out here. Rule book is fairly sturdy. Actually, it has kind of a cardstock on the outside and then just normal. It's not glossy, which is a good thing, but it is well made and well printed. Looks really, really good. The rule book only checks in at, let me go ahead and, I think it's 15 pages. There you go, 15 pages. And there's just a setup diagram. That's kind of the last page. And then you have some examples of play mixed in. Example of a battle. The sides that are fighting against each other are obviously Prussia, and then those aligned with Austria. Once again, not a huge military historian on this period, but something that I would love to learn about through playing this game. But yeah, you can see really nice rule book, not really text dense, lots of good pictures. I think it's going to be an easy game for us to pick up and learn. Let's go ahead and put that there. They give you a couple of baggies, which is always good. And then let's get to the good stuff here right away. As soon as you open the box, you got the counters. There are 3/4 sheets. They're not full sheets of counters, but there are 4 of them. Let me give you a real close-up look. These are Austrian units. These almost fall out of the sprue. Very well made. Those appear to be struck right in the center. They do have some nubs on the end. You can see that. I'm not opposed to that. It's fine. But there's kind of the reverse side. And you can see, once again, there's Austrian troops on this this page. There are also Prussian troops there at the top. I'm trying to fit that back into the sprue. But there's the darker black background Prussian troops with various leaders. King Frederick II. And you can read those. So very nice looking counters. And there, like I said, there are 4 sheets of them. They're not full sheets. They're kind of like three-quarter sheets. Let's go ahead and look at some of these. What nation is that? Russia, right? Is that what that says? Russia? Yeah. Russia. Then you have France in the middle, the blue. At the top, you have Saxon and some Swedish troops, Austrian troops again. They're at the top. I wasn't really showing it to you. But yeah, these are really nice counters, I think. And once again, notice they're pre-clipped. I mean, you don't really need to do anything to those. You know, it'd be nice. I might take a file and just really file down these nubs very quickly. It would take 1 or 2 strokes to get that off. But yeah, these are really great counters. Pop out really easy. Here's a look at some of the control counters here at the bottom. There's some forts there at the very bottom of that sheet, scorched earth. And then you have some Prussian control markers, etc. There's some Russian troops carrying over there at the top, turn markers. And then these are different administrative counters. Recovered, no marching. Not really sure what these are. They look like markers for a number of troops. I don't know if there's some hidden movement elements in the game or scenarios that have some of that. I'll have to do a little research and reading into that. But we were sent this game by the publisher. We did an interview on Aachen. I had reached out to them about doing another interview, and then they said they would love to send us a game. It came from Texas, and I'm going to tell you, it got here in 2 days. So they did a really good job of shipping that out. Let's go ahead and move on to the map. I'm going to spread this out because this map's pretty cool. Really, it's a thick mounted map. Many of us love our mounted maps. I always feel like paper maps are okay in certain instances. But in a big war game like this, I'd really prefer to have a mounted map. And they've done a good job with this mounted map. I think it looks great. So let me, I'll pan back and allow you to see that. But yeah, you can see there's really great colors. It is a point-to-point movement map. You have capitals, you have just other things, and there is where is that? I was looking for the key, and I'm not seeing it. It's probably in the rule book. But really great looking map. Westphalia here in the middle, Brandenburg, so that's Prussia, Hanover, Poland. You've got Russia over kind of on this side. You have Hungary. So this is part of France down in this bottom part, Luxembourg, Koblenz, etc. So yeah, really great looking map. It's really sturdy, very well done. There also are cards, and I did not open these cards. Let me go ahead and open them. But so let me show you these cards. It's a deck of about maybe 25 cards. But one thing I would point out is you can see that there are ops here that you can use for different activations. You've also got kind of a condition and an effect. So these are kind of like event cards, but you use these to activate your leaders, and then they move and do certain things. Really great art, very simple. I like the backs of the cards, and these are 2 different types of cards. Once again, I didn't do a whole lot of research in the game before I opened it up. Maybe I should have done that. But what it looks like is you've got a Prussian deck, which is the darker color, and then you have an Austrian deck here. So really great looking cards. They're very, very thick. So there's the cards. Comes with 4 dice. I always like dice. These are nice white, very light. And you'll notice that the corners are rounded a little bit, but they actually roll better than normal rounded counters. So yeah, that's a look at, once again, the great crisis of Frederick II. second, which deals with the 7 Years' War. Really nice looking game. VUCA simulations. I highlighted this in my last War Game Watch in April. So yeah, very nice looking game. Really interested in trying to read through the rules and get this one maybe played solo so I can push some counters around. Unfortunately, right now, Alexander and I can't get together. But because of that, we're trying to just play some different games. I've really been focused on solo games. But this is one that I would like to get to the table and try it out. So there you go. If somebody knows more about the history than I do, please correct me in the comments. I'm okay with that. Just understand this is not necessarily my bailiwick. I'm more an American Revolutionary War, French and Indian War, World War II. But this game definitely intrigues me, and I'm interested to see how it works. So thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to do a couple of other unboxings as well. So thanks. I've been Grant for the Player's Aid.